day and night art session. I kind of followed up on the last week, and I still are using inspiration from nature. So you can use your local parks and green patch where you gather. But this time we're also looking at including mindfulness in our art activity. So this activity will take you much longer. This is not a race. It's not like you've got to complete it in one go. Take your time. It's about observation, paying attention, and taking time to see more because we're slowing down. There's lots of it is biro pen work, including patterns from nature, from pieces of wood and branches. You will see in video how it's built. I haven't completed mine in full because I didn't have enough time. So this is just to give you the flavor how the artwork would develop. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm sure you're gonna create fantastic artwork. Let me have a look. If you post it on the social media, you can tag Picture the Difference or myself. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Okay, let's get started. This is another nature-inspired project, which I think is really nice to have this time of the year. But this one is just getting inspiration from nature, looking at the patterns and including them in your artwork. So let me show you first what I have around my piece of paper, which probably you don't see everything because of the camera. So I collected different pieces of wood from the park. They have lots of texture, love that. Some you can have visible pattern, a more flat pattern. I have some round, everything's getting on my paper now. That's the beauty of working with nature. I have some more round pieces of branches. That's another one, and here's another one. So the project is basically having outline of a branch. Again, this is done fully freehand. You can look at the branch or maybe get inspired by the nature or just do it freehand. It doesn't really matter. And I'm going to work with recreating or being inspired by certain patterns from nature on this one branch. But I will divide this branch into sections, and each section I will look closely if I could find some interesting pattern, and then each section I will fill with biro pen with that pattern from nature. So let me just divide that first. Again, you divide it as you want. I'm just gonna have one big section here, one here, one here, one here. Do as many as you want. You know, when you start filling them, you may decide, oh, it's a bit too big, so you just go and divide it into smaller ones. So this is my first kind of division. Irregular lines. I think this is really big, so that's a bit too challenging for me. Okay, and now which I'm going first? So I don't know if you can see, they've got really interesting lines here. So this is going to be my first one. I put it on my paper. I like to be close to nature when I create from nature. I think it's this sensory, sensation. Yes, you get your paper dirty, but you can touch and you can smell the natural material. And I will start filling maybe this section so it's easier for you to see instead of something down there. So I'm just looking at that and trying to. So this is like lines, and they similar thickness, sometimes getting a little bit thicker, but they quite irregular. And sometimes they have softer lines between them. Some of them are thicker and darker, not much, still it's quite visible. And take your time. I want it to be for you more mindfulness based activity. Look at those shapes. Take your time. I can't do that on a video properly, of course, because it would be just too long and probably too boring when nothing happens and I just observe. So I'm doing it a bit quicker for that purpose, but bear in mind, make it relaxing and to give yourself time to slow down. The more you look, the more you see. It's the art of observing and the art of seeing when we slow down. And you just build up, you know, you go for as long as you want. I mean, this one I could be going for much longer, but I just want to move to another section to give you the idea of something else. I will come back to that for sure. This is this area. And let's pick up something different. This. Really strong lines, almost like chunks. So I'll go with this area here. So with this one I can also play with the volume, which means darker and lighter areas. So pay attention to that. Where are the darker areas? The, you know, normally those ones are lower because you get like less light. So you start feeling this one, making it darker. Sometimes you only get really narrow strip of dark color. And again, take your time, carry on, observe. Again, I will be working on that one. I just want to give you a variety of shapes. Also, you could be looking at the shape of actual branch, you know, when it's in that position, the round shapes. You can get inspired by those ones as well. So this is like round. Then it's got some areas removed from it. And you can repeat the same shape, maybe different size, in the same area that you've chosen to work with the shape. With your Biro pen, go over some of the darker areas, make them really dark. That will make them to pop out from your drawing. So this is really the project that, you know, it's not going to be done in 5 minutes. It's a good project if you're sitting in a garden and just want to get lost in drawing. So I'm just here giving you the starting point. Look how big is this branch and how many sections I have and how many pieces of wood I have. So that's going to take you a while, and that's the beauty of it. Okay, I come back to you to show you what it looks when it's a bit more finished. I'm not saying it's going to be completely finished. Show you the pace, and hopefully that gives you a good start and idea how to create your own branch inspired by patterns from nature. Okay, so this is how far I got. And again, this is really time-consuming activity, so you may want to decide to leave it for a while and come back. But I just wanted to show you how the patterns that are used in each section are emerging and how they compose together, so at least you can have a flavor of that. So just to give you a bit of close-up, it could be this way, it could be done this way, like a branch coming out of my left-hand side. So yeah, have a go, enjoy, take your time, because, you know, this is a really lovely, time-consuming, getting lost in art kind of activity. Take care. Bye-bye.